Hello everyone, it's Phương here. In this video, I will share 10 extremely practical Linux security principles which I have directly applied in production environments for many years. Not academic theory, but things that if you ignore, sooner or later, your server will run into issues. And now let's start with the first principle. Okay. The first and most important task is to disallow direct login using the root account. The reason is very simple because root has full privileges and is the most targeted account. So the first thing we need to do is to open the SSH config file, SSH config. Enter in this file and add the following line: permit root login. No, this means even if the root password is known, direct SSH login is not possible. Okay, and save this file. Enter. Next, we will disable SSH socket activation to avoid uncontrollable behaviors. Sudo system ctl disable now SSH socket. Enter. Okay, and ensure SSH service works properly. Sudo system ctl enable SSH. Enter and restart SSH. Enter. Okay. I always prioritize clarity, one service, one task, easy to control, easy to audit. Okay? We won't use passwords anymore, but switch to SSH Key Authentication. Okay? On the client machine for system management, we will generate a key. SSH key gen with option T. Enter, enter, enter. Okay. Then copy the public key to the server. SSH copy ID, your username, and IP. Enter. Okay, clear. And now we will log in to the server using SSH Key Authentication. Enter. Okay. Okay. By default, SSH uses port 22, which is the most scanned port on the internet. We will change it to another port. For example, 2222 sudo nano enter. We change to 2222. Okay. Yes. And verify sudo LHD with option T web port. Enter. Okay. Sudo systemctl restart. Okay. Then we test login from the client machine via port 2222. Okay. This does not make the server invisible, but it has reduced over 90% of automated bot scans. Okay. Once SSH key is set up, we should completely disable password login. Sudo nano enter. Okay. Then restart SSH sudo systemctl restart SSH. Enter. From now on, only valid keys can access the server. Okay. To apply this principle, open the sudoers file sudo vi sudo. For example, if a user only needs permission to restart Apache web server, you can retreat to that command. Then save this file. Okay. Now let's test after applying the config We are going to log in to the server as my user. Okay. Sudo systemctl restart. Apache 2. Okay. You will see the command works because the user has permission. But if the user tries sudo systemctl stop Apache, enter, it will not work. So we configured it correctly. Okay. By default, Linux does not fully lock the commands that users execute with sudo. Therefore, enabling sudo logging is critical in production environments. At the following line, okay, this means all commands executed using sudo will be recorded in the file sudo.log. Okay, save this file to verify that sudo login is working. Run a test command, for example, sudo ls root. Okay, then check the log file. Okay, you can see log entries similar to, okay, many servers are hacked simply due to delay updates. So we must regularly run sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Enter. Okay. Many long-running servers have unused user accounts. We must regularly check and remove or disable them. First, we are going to list users. F1, enter, then delete all users. Sudo user del with option R, all user, enter. Okay. Okay. A common reason for server compromise is running too many unused background services. So first, we have to check running services system CTL list unit type equal service state equal running. Enter. Okay. Okay. Or check listening ports and add with option T, U, L, and P. Enter. Okay. Yeah. Clear. For example, if you find to unused services, okay, okay, disable them. Sudo system ctl disable. Now he enter and caps. Okay, okay. According to security principles, we should only open the service ports that are necessary. For example, if the server only serves SSH, HTTP, and HTTPS, we can run the following commands: sudo ufw default deny incoming. Enter. Okay. Allow outgoing. Enter. Okay. And enter and enable the firewall. Sudo enable. Yes. Okay. Okay. By default, UFW allows all outgoing traffic for convenience, but is not the most secure option. In production environments, you can deny all outgoing traffic and only open ports to the outside when needed. So here we only open the necessary ports. Deny outgoing. Okay. And Okay. 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 If the system still allows password login, then we must have a brute force protection mechanism. We follow these steps. We have to enter the root user first by cap the default configuration mv pam.d dot by cap. Enter, then create a new configuration file. Sudo nano and add the following configuration content. Okay, save the content and reset the faillock configuration. Faillock reset, enter. Farm itself is working correctly, but the directory where it stores lockout information does not exist yet. Okay, to that, so we need to open the firewall. To allow SSH via port. Okay, and command is lie. Okay, then restart SSH sudo system ctl restart SSH enter. Okay, now we are going to test SSH into the server by entering the wrong password for a user. We will see the user is locked and cannot log in again. Then go back to the server terminal and check fail lock user by user. Enter. Okay. You will see a record appear. Now, if you want this user to be able to log in again, run the command faillock user, my user, reset, enter, and try logging back into the server with the correct password. Okay, we must require users to set strong passwords for security. Therefore, we need to configure to ensure they set a strong password for their user. To configure, open the file, enter, change this line to okay, save this file, and we are going to check again after configuration as follows. First, change the password for the user, for example. Okay, we can see it reports the password life length. Okay, enter, enter. We can see, okay, successfully exit. Password life circle measurement is often overlooked by many sysadmins, but is extremely important in enterprise environments. So we will configure in this file to manage password life circle for users. Sudo vim enter. We are going to configure passwords to expire after 60 days and want users to change passwords 7 days in advance. Okay. After updating the configuration, for example, we can create a new user using sudo add user tab, enter, enter. Yes. Okay. Then run the following command to check the password policy. Sudo. You can see that the config password policy is now applied to the new user. Okay? A fundamental principle, no logs, is like watching a movie without sound. Is a serious vulnerability. Logging must be complete and monitored. Unique because most important information in log directory. Okay? For example, our log. This file logs on authentication events from successful logins, failed logins to sudo usage. So make sure you monitor our .log regularly. For example, run the following command to view logs. Sudo tail with option F. Enter or use tools like logwatch. Additionally, the system doesn't just have our logs. There are also sheet log. Okay, and current log. Okay, okay, all of which are useful for troubleshooting. An advanced step is to push logs to a central log server. Don't let logs be lost if the server fails. You can configure a sheet log or systemd0 to forward to a dedicated log server. In short, logs are like spy documentaries, always recording every move. Read each file carefully. Set alerts for anomalies such as brute force attacks, change logins, and handle them early. Like a good detective, you detect intruders before they cause trouble. A system without logs is like a camera that doesn't record. Okay? Security doesn't come from a single command. It comes from the right mindset, correct configuration, disciplined operation. If you found this video helpful, please like to support. Subscribe to watch the next video and comment if you want me to continue the advanced handling series for Docker, Cloud, Kubernetes. Okay, thank you for watching.